Hi, Rigsters here, back with another episode of Underrated Planes. This time we go to the Brits with the Spaded Sea Hurricane Mark 1C. Why is it underrated? It's because it's slow, but it has really good cannons. In fact, once you go to the X-ray view, it has four Mark II Haspino cannons. They carry 125 rounds each. Now, when you're a new pilot or a rookie pilot, they do tend to jam, so you have to be very careful how long you fire them. But with modifications, especially once you get to the 1943 Haspinos, all things are forgiven, and this thing is insanely good. So with that, let's get started. Just like with most planes and earlier BRs, you don't want your targeting distance to be much higher than 500. Since this is a turn fighter, usually a coverage between 250 to 400 is recommended. Minimum fuel load, because God, why would you ever do 1 hour? I don't even know why that's an option in this game. Because this plane is a bit slow, and you weigh it down with an hour of fuel, you might as well fly a bomber. Which you shouldn't do anyways, but it's just as a perspective thing. Dorf is also flying the same plane. Prior to starting this particular filming, I was in a discussion with him about the plane. He highly recommends it for new players as well. Even though it is a slow plane, it's a very capable plane. As you'll soon see here, we climb at 10 degrees. And we'll see a B-18 going ham for no reason, flying across the distance into the sunset. I have no idea why. Let's do a little bit of side climbing here. We'll climb at 10 degrees. Maybe I can poke 15. Let me try 15. Some of these early World War II planes do not climb well past 15 degrees. The Hurricane, when it's spaded, can kind of do it up to a certain altitude. Let's see what the recommended altitude is real quick. 3,962. Yeah, that actually would make sense. That actually isn't lying for once. That particular stat is not very truthful in this game. This is a heads up. And also the engine overheated on a winter map. Go figure. So now I have to back off the throttle and climb a little slower. So ideally then, this plane is a low altitude fighter. I am not going to be a jerk and take the 120 unless if he doesn't die. He's going down. Okay, he's not going to recover from that. Just making sure. Typically I will leave those alone. Oh good, he did go down. Because usually when that happens, you can just leave them alone. They'll usually either crash or eventually crash. So now we're going towards the fight already. I'm going to start weapon to get some speed out of this plane. And like I said, this plane is not fast. It is faster than the Potez, but it's not significantly faster. It's only faster by about 60 miles an hour, which seems like a lot, but considering the planes you face at 3.0, that's like saying a 1980s Corvette is faster than a smog-choked 1970s Corvette. Inside car jokes for the win. So there is a P-51 here. I do not know what version that is. It's likely the non-C version. Oh boy. Whoa. Oh, I do not want to head him on. What? Wow. Well, folks, that is what you call the magic of gaijin physics. I don't know how he did that. I mean, I know they were pretty maneuverable, but that was kind of lame. After that disastrous first match, my wingman did basically a Will Smith figurative slap and said, climb more. So this time, I will climb more. And we're up against the Americans and Germans. Last time I checked, during the Second World War, that didn't happen. So, once again, 10 out of 10. Woodward Wonder again. And the map is that. Oh my god. I'm not even pronouncing that. It begins with an L. It's this lad. We'll call it the lad map because we're British. So, wep once again and climb higher. So let me try 16 degrees with wep on. And hopefully this time we'll actually get a better match. On that last match, my Wigman Dwarf did get 2 kills. And I think 1 kill assist. It was his score on the previous one. I, of course, didn't get anything. But that's good to know. Oh, great. The engine overheated again. On a winter map, no less. Alright, so then I'll just reduce my climb a smidge to about between 12 to 13 degrees and just keep climbing. Gotta wait for that water radiator to cool down again. Also, you might be wondering, like, why am I saying on a winter map? Well, in this game, one of the few realistic things they actually model within reason is temperature of the outside air. So on the winter map, you can wep longer. If you're on a map like, say, Malta, which is a desert map, or Tunisia, which is also a desert map, your plane overheats more often. Or it overheats much faster. So let's wep again. Get some speed. Let's see here, about 160. And once again, the water overheated, so now we back off again. I'm going to climb at 10 degrees. I think 15 when wep is off is probably better, for the better. Now, if you have this plane not spaded, it kind of climbs a lot slower, just like with any stock plane. So your results may vary when it comes to climbing. We're at now 2,100 meters. There's an 820 below. That's not priority. The priority is the fighters, of course, because that's what we're supposed to do. Let's see here. Just gotta keep climbing. There's a HE-111 there, and an IL-2. Not much I could do on that one, though. They're too far away to begin with anyways. So let's turn on the wep and see if maybe I can get some more speed. And I'm at 3,200 this time, so I'm 1,000 meters more approximately than last time. And level out and see that 50 mile an hour faster speed than the previous episodes plane that are underrated. The Potez 600. Yee. So, as my Wigman is using his aerobatic smoke, trying to gain some speed here. Looks like he might be going for, I don't know, he's just diving a little lower. Let's see what we got here. One nice thing I will say about BRs below the 4.0s is that the planes are slower. In some cases, this is actually a good thing, because it allows you more time to react and read to the situation if you're new or newer to the game. It's also a nice handy thing, but it also makes matches kind of drag out a little bit. So it's a plus and a minus to it. And let's see here. There's 109s below us, which is good. That means they didn't do the right maneuver. So I'm going to head towards the 109s. That is a priority threat. Time to wep at 225 miles an hour. We're going really fast now. Yeah, this plane's really slow. But my god, can it turn. The only thing that outturns a Hurricane for the most part is the Zero or some Italy planes. That's about it. There's not going to be much planes that outturn a Hurricane. So I'm going to dive down on this 109. Idle the throttle so I don't overspeed. Okay, try to get in there. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's how you get it done. just do a little shot like that. Zoom back up. Because this plane can kind of do a slower version of a boom and zoom. Let's see if there's any other planes of importance here. There is a 109 down there, but he looks like he's going to be taken care of by the Spitfire. I am going towards here because I saw an IL-2 here. There's a bomber up there, which I don't need to worry about. So he's the one of 3 enemy planes left if I hold down the tab key here. Yeah, there is an IL-2 there. I don't know what he's doing stall climbing like that, so I'm gonna wipe towards him. How is he hovering in space like that? Is beyond me. But I am going towards him at full tilt. Trying to close the gap. I don't know what he's doing. Is that behind? Yeah, it is behind, because that's definitely the profile of being behind. Fun fact in warthunder, if you shoot beyond 1.5 kilometers, your bullets vanish instantly. Full story. So, I'm trying to... Wait, what? Huh? What the heck? Okay, well, I definitely don't want to head him on. I don't know what this guy is doing. To be honest, I really don't know. Okay. I mean, he's over our airfield, so... I'm trying to catch him. Maybe I can take a pot shot at him. Oh, this plane really gets thick at higher speeds. Ah, bother. It's like, come on, man. So we'll do a landing. A rare thing in this game. I don't know why that Yak 1 is firing so many bullets, but I guess he really wants to slow down faster. Hurricane is very easy to land, by the way. It's almost as easy to land as a Zero. You don't even need the flaps, you just have to watch the brakes occasionally. Oh! Oh! Because that happens. The brakes are... kinda powerful, because it's a navalized version, so the brakes occasionally on naval fighters, believe it or not, actually are more stronger than the land-based version. Not always the case, because some naval fighters actually had worse brakes because they relied on the rester hook to land. So, I'll repair the plane. And my wingman has landed too. Oh, he almost collided into me for no reason, but at least he landed. So now we take off again. There is a A-20 and a bomber left, so I'm going to take off to the skies again. Okay. And climb off. He says reloading for 19 seconds as I head out. Climbing at 10 degrees just to get started. I'm going to try a 20 this time just to see what happens. Oh no. We learned out of tickets and lost the mission. Okay, so if that match of the defeat earned 3,563 with premium, probably would have been like 5,000 if that was a win. Lower BRs don't earn as much as higher, just as a heads up, because the multiplier is lower. So, that is the C Hurricane. It is a good plane, and once you get those cannon upgrades, it is pretty potent. Just watch your trigger fire, and do note that it is slow, and it climbs slow, but man is it fun when it turns. Just mind that it becomes a brick above 340 miles an hour indicated, and you'll be fine. So if you wish to support the channel, I do run a Ko-Fi page in the description below. And we'll see what other underrated planes to cover in the War Thunder Blunder universe, as I call it. This is Rigsters Journey, signing off.